In case of classification of organic compounds, basically the organic compounds are classified into the two parts. One is aliphatic compound and second one is cyclic or co-closed chain. But first thing, I will come to the basic of aliphatic compounds. What it indicates or what these aliphatic compounds are. The aliphatic compounds are straight chain compounds. Whenever I say a straight chain, that means ring is not closed. So we can use one more word to this, that is nothing but acyclic compounds. So aliphatic compounds are also known as acyclic compounds. Again, I classify these aliphatic compounds into the two parts. One is saturated compounds and second one is unsaturated. Whenever I say saturated hydrocarbons and unsaturated, whenever the compound contains only the single bond between the carbon atoms, then they are the saturated compounds. For example, I can say these are the alkanes. Whenever I say the alkane, you are knowing that it contains only a single bond between the carbon atoms, whereas in case of unsaturated hydrocarbons or aliphatic compounds, these are classified again into the two parts, that is alkenes and alkynes. Still I move into the depth to these compounds. Whenever I say alkane, already you might have seen previously, it is having a general formula CnH2n plus 2, whereas in case of alkene, it is CnH2n, and in case of alkyne, it is CnH2n minus 2. So the thing is that in case of alkane, if I put C1, it will become CH4, whereas here I will say C2H4, and here it is a C2H2. This compound is methane, here it is ethene, and here it is ethyne. So here I can say it contains double bond, whereas here it contains at least one triple bond. But the aliphatic compounds or the acyclic compounds are always straight chain compounds, in which I already said there might be the two parameters, saturated and unsaturated. But along with that, there is a one more thing I go into the depth. These compounds can be a normal compounds that is having only a straight chain, or they are having one more parameter, that is the branch chain. Whenever I say the normal chain and the branch chain, what is the difference? Let us say, suppose the 5 carbon atoms are there which are in a straight chain. Instead of that, I will say a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So the arrangement might be different. So if you are going into the depth for aliphatic compounds, these can be the possibilities: cyclic or closed chain compound. In cyclic compound, generally we go for the two parts. Whenever we say we go for the two parts, here we can say one is homocyclic and second one is heterocyclic. But I go again into the depth. Whenever I say these are the cyclic or ring chain compound, that means the compounds which contain closed chain of carbon atoms. Now the thing is, we are saying it is a homocyclic or heterocyclic. So I am coming firstly to the homocyclic, the compounds in which the ring is made up of carbon atoms only. The compounds in which the ring is made up of carbon atoms only is known as homocyclic, or they are also known as carbocyclic compounds. So there are the two names. You can say they are the homocyclic, or you can say they are carbocyclic compounds. Now whenever I say this, there is another one which is a heterocyclic. The name itself suggests, you can observe here, it is hetero. What it says, at least one atom is there which is other than carbon. So again, in both the cases the compounds are cyclic, but in case of homocyclic, all are carbon atoms only, whereas in case of heterocyclic, it includes at least one or more than one heteroatoms. For example, it may contains in the chain oxygen, it may contain nitrogen, or it may contain sulfur. and such compounds are known as heterocyclic. Now, in case of homocyclic, again, they are further classified into the two parts. One is known as alicyclic, whereas the second one is known as aromatic. Now just observe carefully what I am saying. If you observe carefully, there are the two parts of the word. First one is ali, and the second one you can say this is cyclic. So the compounds which are having the properties similar to the aliphatic compounds, but the compounds are cyclic compounds, are known as alicyclic. I repeat, these are the cyclic compounds whose properties are, these are the cyclic compounds whose properties are similar to the aliphatic compound. For example, instead of saying hexane in case of aliphatic compound, I say here it is a cyclohexane. Where when I say it is a cyclohexane, you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If I want to go for the D10, I can write it like a, these are all the carbon atoms, and that means the two bonds are there, so the remaining two bonds are there as a hydrogen. So if you observe, to each carbon there are hydrogen atoms, to each carbon there are hydrogen atoms. So what is happening in this case, it will contain C6, but how many hydrogen atoms are there? H12. So the formula is not similar to the alkane, but these compounds are alicyclic compounds. So same thing I can say cyclohexane, cyclopentane, cyclobutane, and so on. So whenever we are saying these are the alicyclic compound, there is a one more type, and the compounds are known as aromatic. But what are the aromatic compounds? In 10th we say generally the compounds which gives you the aroma, that is the different smell, are called as aromatic compounds. But generally the compounds which contain benzene ring, the compounds which contain benzene ring in their structure are known as aromatic compounds. So here whenever I say benzene ring, that means there should be alternate double bond, as you have already seen in 10th. So these are the aromatic compounds. Aromatic compounds are also further classified, but I just like to ask you, is there any problem up to this point? So I am coming here to the second part, that is aromatic compounds. Generally aromatic means what we have already discussed. But whenever I say the aromatic compound, the compounds which contain benzene ring in their structure are generally known as the aromatic. For example, I itself draw here the benzene. So it is, whenever I say benzene, that means alternate double bond is there. So this is nothing but the compound benzene which is aromatic. But these aromatic compounds are again classified into the two parts. One is known as benzenoid, and second one is known as non-benzenoid. Now whenever I say these are the benzenoids and non-benzenoid, what is the difference? So in case of benzenoids, the compounds which contain at least one benzene ring in their structure. जसं मी आता बेन्झीन काढलं, मी अजून एक कंपाऊंड काढतो मित्रांनो, नीट लक्ष द्या. मी असं सिमिलर कंपाऊंड काढतो. तुम्ही जर बघितलं या दोन बेन्झीन रिंग एकमेकाला कनेक्ट आहे. The compound is very well known to you, that is naphtha, or it is called as a naphthalene. The compound is naphtha, or it is also called as naphthalene. So what is the thing? These are the benzenoids. Why these are the benzenoids? Because they contain at least one ring of ring of benzene. Whereas the second one are called as the non-benzenoid. Non-benzenoid म्हणजे काय? त्याच्याकडे बेन्झीन नाही, त्यातलं काहीतरी काढून घेतलं असेल. फॉर एक्झाम्पल एक सिंपल कंपाऊंड मी लिहितो, नीट बघा. मी एक कंपाऊंड इथे लिहितो, हा सेम बेन्झीन काढतो मी. आतापर्यंत बेन्झीन होता, नीट बघा. आता मी याला OH जोडतो. मी जर याला इथं OH जोडला तर याच्यातला हायड्रोजन निघून गेला आणि OH आलाय, म्हणजे हा आता बेन्झीन राहिला नाही, हा झालाय फिनॉल. सो ह्या कंपाऊंडचं नाव आहे फिनॉल, बट दॅट इज नॉन बेन्झेनोइड. सेम थिंग बऱ्याच वेळा काय होतं की सहा, आपल्या डोक्यात एकदा कायम बसलेलं असतं की 6 साइड आहेत, बट देयर कॅन बी द डिफरंट पॉसिबिलिटीज. व्हॉट द पॉसिबिलिटीज कॅन बी? 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 असं काहीतरी असतं. आणि मग त्या केसमध्ये असं होतं की मी याला इथं काहीतरी जोडतो. लेट आय से इट इज डबल बॉन्ड ओ, आणि मी इकडे डबल बॉन्ड काढतो, इकडे डबल बॉन्ड काढतो, इकडे डबल बॉन्ड काढतो. इन दिस केस इफ यू आर ऑब्झर्व हिअर, कंपाऊंड दिसताना बेन्झीन सारखं दिसतंय, पण ते बेन्झीन नाहीये, कारण याला 7 साइड्स काढल्यात मी, and it is double bond O. So the compound here, this compound is known as प्रोपोन. हे कंपाऊंड फारसे लागत नाहीत, क्लासिफिकेशन मध्ये माहित असावेत म्हणून मी सांगतोय. बट यू शुड टू नो दॅट this compound is propone, but again this is a benzenoid, non-benzenoid. Why? Because it doesn't contain benzene ring, but it is containing a ring which is similar to benzene. So in case of cyclic or closed chain compounds, we are going for the two parts: heterocyclic aromatic and heterocyclic non-aromatic. Whenever you say heterocyclic aromatic, keep in mind at least one atom should be other than carbon in an aromatic compound. So it is a benzene ring in which the carbon is replaced by nitrogen. So it is a pyridine, which is a, or pyridine, which is a compound contains nitrogen as a foreign atom. Whereas I am saying heterocyclic non-aromatic, here I am converting the cyclohexane in which the nitrogen has been introduced. If the nitrogen has been introduced here, the compound is heterocyclic, but that is non-aromatic. How to identify? I have given a simple way to identify. Whenever a compound contains alternate double bond, keep in mind that compound is definitely aromatic. Depends की ते कंपाऊंड बेन्झेनॉइड आहे का नॉन बेन्झेनॉइड आहे. पण जर अल्टरनेट डबल बॉन्ड नसेल तर लक्षात ठेवायचं ते कंपाऊंड नॉन अरोमॅटिक आहे. Whenever I was there in case of in aliphatic compound, generally I say there are the three types of compounds which you have already seen in 10th. That is, one is alkane, second one is alkene. So I say it is a alkane, second one is alkene, and third one is alkyne. We have already written just now the general formulas for this. That is CnH2n plus 2. Here it is CnH2n, whereas here it is CnH2n minus 2. Just listen what I am saying. There is a one group which is never visible in this, and I say that is alkyl group. Whenever you remove one hydrogen atom from alkane, what is the general formula of alkane? It is CnH2n plus 2. मित्रांनो, जर मी याच्यातून एक हायड्रोजन काढला तर एक हायड्रोजन कमी झाला, म्हणजे फॉर्म्युला काय झाला? CnH2n plus 1. पण माझा एक बॉन्ड फ्री झाला. कसा ते दाखवतो. समजा माझ्याकडे एक कार्बन होता आणि 4 हायड्रोजन होते, म्हणजे अल्केनचं पहिलं कंपाऊंड आहे, दॅट इज मिथेन. मी ह्या केस मध्ये जर असा विचार केला की या कंपाऊंडनी याच्यातून हायड्रोजन दिला तर काय होईल? CH3, आणि त्याच्याकडे जर मी आणखी डेप्थ मध्ये विचार केला तर इथं होते 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. इथे जो 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन होते यातला एक इलेक्ट्रॉन घेऊन हा निघून गेला. कार्बनकडे एक इलेक्ट्रॉन आहे, पण त्याला अजून एका इलेक्ट्रॉनची गरज आहे. कशासाठी? बॉन्ड फॉर्म करण्यासाठी. The carbon requires one more electron to form a bond. So how I am showing? I am showing it with a dash. What it indicates? बाबा रे, एक इलेक्ट्रॉन मिळाला की मी बॉन्ड कंप्लीट करेन. So how I write it generally? I write it generally as CnH2n plus 1 bracket dash. I am indicating that whenever one electron is received from the other, then the bond will be formed. Now these are the basics which I want to go for. Now the second thing, whenever I am writing the names of all these compounds, समजा हे 10वीला झालंय, पण आपण एकदा कसं बघतोय नीट बघा. मला माहिती इथे मी जर C लिहिला आणि इथं H लिहिला, तर फर्स्ट कंपाऊंड इज C1, 2 into 1 2, 2 plus 2 4. So CH4 is the first compound. What it is? It is the methane. So I am just writing it is a METH. मग लोक म्हणतील सर पुढचं कुठून वाचायचं? इथे वाचायचं METH, आणि that is methane. If I want to go here, it never forms alkene. Why? Because the alkene means the 2 carbon atom contains at least one double bond. जर 2 कार्बनच नसतील तर डबल बॉन्ड कुठून येणार? सो इथे दोन्हीकडे कंपाऊंड नसेल, because in case of alkyne also we know that at least one triple bond should be there in between the 2 carbon atoms. बट देर इज अ वन मोर कंपाऊंड हियर, हा कार्बन आणि हायड्रोजन किती होतील याच्यापेक्षा एक कमी म्हणजे CH3, पण मी तो कसा दाखवीन, बाय डॅश. सो दिस अल्किल ग्रुप विच आय एम showing here, this group is known as R, that is alkyl group. I always show it with dash. What it indicates, कुठलाही R group दाखवला म्हणजे त्याला एक इलेक्ट्रॉनची गरज आहे की जो मिळाल्यानंतर त्याचा बॉन्ड कंप्लीट होईल आणि मग कंप्लीट कंपाऊंड होईल, अदरवाइज कंपाऊंड कंप्लीट होणार नाही. पण आपण पुढचे पण बघून टाकू, आता इथपर्यंत आलोय तर. सो आय एम कमिंग टू द सेकंड वन, ETH ANE इथेन, बट व्हॉट इट विल बी, C2 is a carbon 2 टाकले तर हायड्रोजन किती येतील, 2 into 2 4, 4 plus 2 6, so C2H6. So what it will be, yeah, it will be the C2H5 dash. So it is a ethane. Second one is ethyl. Third one, if I write here, it is a C2H4. Why 2N? So it is a ethene. And last one C2H, 2N minus 2, that is a 4 minus 2, C2H2. So I can go ETH ANE ethane, ETH YL ethyl, ETH ENE ethene, and ETH YNE ethyl. Same thing if I move to the prop, what it will be, C3H8, here it will be the C3S7 dash, here it will be the C3S6, and here it will be C3H2 into 2 3 6 6 minus 2 4. C3H4 मी 2 3 लिहितो आणि मग तुम्हाला गंमत दाखवतो अजून एक काय आहे, C4H10 मी खाली गेलो तो C5H12, सेम थिंग इथे C4H9 with dash, here it will be the C5H11 with dash, here I can say it is a C4H8, here I can say C5H10, here I can say C4H, 2 into 4 8, 8 minus 2 6, so C5H8. Now I am going for one major thing, what it is, just observe anywhere. I can write the compound pentene, pentene, pentyne and pentyne. But if I observe any two consecutive compounds in this, that is here these two compounds or these two compounds or these two compounds, I can say any two consecutive compounds differ by CH2, any two consecutive compounds differ by CH2 or molecular mass of carbon 12 and hydrogen 2, that is 14. So always in one series, if I observe any two consecutive compounds, they are differ by CH2. So one more thing I am going for, that is a homologous series, a family of functional group in which two consecutive compounds differ by methylene group, that is CH2, or molecular formula CH2 and molecular mass 14. Such series is known as homologous series, and the compounds are known as homologues of each other.